Hi, well, welcome to this part of the farm tour where we are out visiting the bison that you can see here. So the bison are really neat to have on the farm, and it's one of my grandpa's visions to have bison on the home farm. He's always wanted bison. He said when he was going to retire, he was going to buy bison, and he did. So less than 10 years ago, he went out to Custer State Park and purchased, they have an auction out there every year, and he purchased the first bison. I think he started with 2 or 3 cows. And the neat thing about going out there is the bison that are in Custer State Park are part of the original herd that has been preserved, that would have been native to this area and would have been hundreds of years ago, been in this area and part of the Great Plains, in groups of million or plus. And that's a lot of bison, and that's enough to take over a whole mile square or even larger than that. So massive herds roamed this area in the plains. So it's really neat to have these animals here on our farm. You can see the baby calves in there. The calves are usually born between May and July, and it takes about 3 years for them to get to the old enough and big enough to be harvested. So beef takes about 2 years, so bison's about a whole nother year longer. And that is just because their metabolism is so much slower. And that slow metabolism is what helps them to stay alive during the cold winters in the plains. So they are going to pass by us. I believe they're going to head to some shade. You can see some of the older ones in here. They've got more of the horns are kind of more curling in. That is an indicator of just an older cow. And some of the younger ones are more pointy horns. So that's one way of just looking at them and being able to tell, like, hey, how old is a bison? So the bison, unlike the cattle, they do not get rotated every single. That's our main herd bull right here, and he is about 4 years old. He probably weighs 1,500 pounds. He will continue to grow, and he'll probably get up to 2,000 pounds. So really massive animals. We have to be so careful with them. But anyways, the bison will get moved about once a week. The cattle get moved every day or two on pasture. The bison get moved once a week just because they need more area, and it's not quite as convenient to be able to move them every single day. You can see they're gone. They're already a quarter mile away. So they're excited to get to shade. So we do harvest them about once a year, and we'll take them up to a working area that we have. We have a couple videos on that where we safely are able to work the bison and not be in the pen. We can work it with the gates with a lot of ropes and stuff, so it makes it easier for us to be safe and for the animals to be safe as well. So that's a little bit about the bison that we have on our farm. Hope you enjoyed watching and learning about them, and look forward to continually sharing what we have and what we do on our farm.